There's a gentleman for whom a video was leaked and an altercation between himself and a male lover of him came up.
You guys, I don't know. You guys, you're very funny.
Guys, let's talk about this. On Thursday, my people, some judge appeared before the Committee on Constitutional and Legal Affairs to be able to defend the human sexual rights and family values. So when Honorable Sam George was there were a lot of deliberations on this type of issues, that if this bill is being passed into law, then there should not be any case that it is going to affect human rights. Are you getting me? So they were asking him questions, telling me to explain this. Okay, what are the things that if these people do and this will be prosecutable, or they are going to be prosecuted for whatever they does or what they do? Are you getting me? So during that, Honorable Sam George was talking about this, and two names pop up. One, he talks about educator and Hayford, something that they have done a year ago. That Tafriboski, they have done. And he also lay emphasis on one woman, let me call it he or she, senior man, that actually came out to come out, attacked Reverend Intim Forjo. Are you getting me? So that is what happened. And we are going to talk about it. If today is your first time being here, please, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, because something is coming. I know you want to listen to it. Subscribe, let's go. Okay, thank you very much for subscribing. Let's dive into the real gist. Now, so you have heard me right. During that committee meeting, when Honorable Sam George was talking about the issue and raising alarm that, okay, if you do this, you have to be prosecuted for this. And if you do that, you have to be prosecuted for this. So he was talking and he made mention of educator and Hayford attitude or Hayford actions. What they do, the Tafriboski, the Tatano that they did some year ago, that surfaced online. A lot of people see it, a lot of people talk about it. And nobody was prosecuted for that. But according to Sam George, if this bill is being passed, the LGBTQ bill is being passed into law, that no such thing to happen in this country called Ghana, then these people have to be prosecuted for that. Especially educator, that on her pages she will be what, posting and telling people that this is who he or she is, senior man is, so she's actually a male before she transformed herself into woman. Let me put it that way, like Bobrisky type, Nigerian Bobrisky. You see, so she can be prosecuted for that. Listen to him.
For whom a video was leaked and an altercation between himself and a male lover of him came up last year, a gentleman known as Educator. Now, he can be charged on the basis of the video of male and male intercourse. That is a different thing. But aside from that video that came out, that individual holds himself out and promotes homosexual activity on his social media page. That person is holding himself out. So there is an act, and there is the actor's rules and mens rea can be determined from his activity. So you take his activity on social media, his public commentary he has made where he admits to what his sexual preferences are.
So he can't make that statement. So he's not allowed to make that statement.
It is not just about making the statement. That the actor's rules then goes to what has he been doing. The statement is an evidence of the mens rea, the thinking. But the actor's rules is in what has he done to actualize the statement that he is this.
Now, before I get into more details again, this is not the first time Sam George is making his decision, his stance on this act or this actual LGBT things. Sam George do not like the LGBT thing. Yes, it's not like he's against those people, but he doesn't like that. According to we Africans, that is not our traditions. Let me put it clear. Even animals, have you seen any male animal having something to do with a male animal before? It will never happen, because that's nature. They don't do that. But we humans, that said, we are advanced, abstract, we think high, we are supernatural, something like that, and we are the ones doing that. Like, it's such a crazy thing, you get it? But that's just by the way. It is the word. It's how everybody pleases to do things. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It's their own case, it's their own problem. So during that, somebody's name also pop up, and Sam George was talking about one transgender woman or man. Like, because it's funny, senior man, let me call him or her senior man. This is Njemazi. That's her name. That is his name. Let's put it that way. So that name pop up. That Njemazi once upon a time attacked Reverend Intifojo. She or he attacked Reverend Intifojo because Reverend Intifojo said something about she being sponsored by NDC to do campaign for this LGBTQ anti-LGBTQ things. Because of that, Reverend Intifojo actually pissed off this senior man, and so Njemazi said, "Okay, Reverend Intifojo, you are also part of this. Can you swear that you never did this before? You have done it before. Can you ever swear?" Let's watch.
Bra out na beka che Ghana for say won di da. Bra out joining team for jo me see bra out na beka che Ghana for say won di da. Na men kai wo. Me see bra out na beka che Ghana for say won fa what na men kai wo. We ye kwa pa joining team for jo me see we ye kwa mami. We are into wuna woo ye selective will say who be leader whoa where did say don't try me, don't dare me.
So you see, so because of this that this woman did, and she also made some videos saying, okay, if like somebody break your heart, something like that, and Reverend Intifojo's picture was there, sweet X, that's the caption. So when it came to a point and the song in the song, and she said like, this is my ex, and like he broken my heart. You just watch. You see, all this scenario is an allegation pointing at Reverend Intifojo that he is also a gay. Why gay? You know. So Sam just stood on that and say, okay, about this woman too or this man too, she has to be prosecuted because she does not have any reason, any tangible evidence against Reverend Intifojo before he or she is laying accusation on Reverend Intifojo. So if in case the bill is being passed into law, these people must be prosecuted, because if they are able to prosecute people just for a chat, a WhatsApp chat in a group, they will be able to find something criminal to use against those people and prosecute them. Then they can do the same. Listen to some judge.
Claims that he has transitioned to a female and has held himself out on TV and done music videos, and now claims that he is having intersex with Honorable Intifojo, and that Honorable Intifojo is his gay lover. Now, on that person's claim, that person is holding out and making such claims. Tell me how we managed to prosecute these ACP Agodro and others on the basis of a text message in a WhatsApp group that was a conversation that we were able to find criminality and prosecute. But why are we saying that someone like this individual who has gone out to hold out and is even making such claims, we are saying we can't hold the person is not holding, and that is not prosecution?
You see, so this is where things got funny a little. When some just said that Reverend Intifojo said, master, wait. You mentioned my name and I need to clear my name. I have never done that before, and I will never do, unless the one God did between Adam and Eve. That's the only one I can do. I can taste. You just watch.
Come up. It is important I respond. Maxine, in her old or present life, no, it's important. In her old or present life, as contrary to her claim, contrary to his or her claim that she has had some, perversive intercourse with me, I've never engaged in any sexual intercourse apart from what God created between Adam and Eve.
You see, so this is actually a little bit funny, but you see, this is not the first time Reverend Intifojo is saying this, that he hasn't done that before, and he's never going to do that. That is not in his nature. He's not going to support that. So he has made it clear on interviews that he is not engaging in that, and he's not going to engage in that. So that is it. Now, when all these things were happening, Educator was waiting quietly. So when she waited quietly, everything finished. She came on live. When she came on live, Ghanaians were in the comments asking her, oh, they said this and this, so some judge has mentioned your name. So if they pass this bill, you are going to be arrested. When you are arrested, where are you? Which prison they are going to put you? Which prison? Is it a male prison or a female prison? And she said this, watch.
Male or female cell, then go put you. Don't put me in the Gmail cell or the icon clout self.
Not only that, she also said Ghanaians are very funny because some of the questions that they're asking, like he or she doesn't know what they are thinking. They are thinking that if this bill is being passed into law, those LGBTQ plus her or he, they are going to suffer. No, they are not going to suffer. That even gives them the opportunity to go and seek asylum somewhere. And they will go to another country and they will be paying allowances to them and those things. You just watch.
I don't know. You guys, you're very funny. To think that when the bill becomes a law, you guys are rather going to have the upper hand. It's very funny, baby. If you are queer and you're watching me, when the bill is passed, that is when you have all the chance to be at any country you want to be outside Ghana. Baby, they're going to put you on allowance. They're going to care for you. They're going to give you a house. My dear, there's more to life.
By the way, I don't know who is lying to him or her. Now I don't know. You can seek asylum, but when you allow like the Mao citizens, have they finished paying them allowance? The homeless that they have they finished paying them allowance? Like, you gotta be serious. But that's just by the way. And she also make one statement that if this bill is being passed actually into law, and she's at her own place, her own pen, and somebody don't know and approach her that you are this, you are this, you are gay, you are this, if she catch that person, the way she's going to ta the person, then they will know. Watch.
You are this, sir. I want to beat you.
Guys, that's just by the way, but let's talk about this. Yeah, we know Sam George has really messed a lot of things up. So when Sam George said this, a lot of people were in the comments saying that you, master, you should go and do something better than these things. Forget about it. This is not your concern. You should go and talk about the DSTV and the data things. You should go and talk about that. So forget about this, because that's what people are saying. Yeah, we know he has messed some things up. Yes, but you see, this is not the first time this man is saying this, and he's making his decision stance. He's making his decision stance on this because he said that is not our values. That's not our value in Ghana, right? And some people are even supporting him. Yes, some people do support this man because this man is making his decision stance. You get it? Now he also made something when you come and you say something that he wants what rescue some 21 years old boy from some UK man. He's an UK old man in Ghana here. Yes, because the old father have to call him and ask him for help, that someone is what tataing his own boy. So he have to come into the aid and find a way to rescue that boy. So that thing is very serious, and this needs to be checked, and the bill needs to be passed. You just listen to him.
Just last week, I had to help a father whose 21-year-old son had been abducted by someone who was sodomizing him as his gay lover, a 55-year-old Ghanaian, UK Ghanaian. For 3 weeks, kept the man's 21-year-old son away from him, thanks to COP Lydia Donko, Director General of CID, who worked with our team to identify, track the number, and identify the person and rescue the boy just last week. So if you don't know what's happening in this country, you would think that there is nothing in Sam George or Fechon. But when it comes to the innocence of our children and protecting our family values, we will.
He also said that nobody should be lying to us, because that is not our values in Ghana here. That's not our family values. And also, those international organizations, they always admire these LGBT things. They are not defending any human right or whatever. They admire these things. They should not bring their values into our country. And they are saying that if you pass this law, they are going to be rise in HIV or whatever. But when you see the countries that have passed this bill into law, their HIV rate or whatever has actually dropped. But the ones that has actually admonished this, that actually values this, appreciate this, they are the ones suffering now. So they shouldn't be lying to anybody. This is not the right thing to do. You just listen to him.
When people hear the UN AIDS, they may think that, oh, this is a neutral organization. They are not. They are pro-LGBTQ. Now, in the submission that was just made, the suggestion was subtly made that in countries where anti-LGBTQ legislation is passed, there is a spike in HIV prevalence. That's not true. South Africa is one of the first countries to have recognized LGBTQ rights. What is the HIV prevalence rate in South Africa today, 12.7% to 13.9% of their population. About 8.45 million people there are living with it. It's a country that has legalized it. Ghana, we have not yet legalized it, but it is illegal under Section 104. I can check as that. I can even check that for you. But if you look at Ghana today, HIV prevalence is 1.5%, 334,000 people. So the statistics, like I said, do not support the claim of the UNAIDS, because in countries where they have actually embraced LGBTQ rights, they still have skyrocketing. Go to Botswana. Botswana is another country that has embraced LGBTQ rights. What is the prevalence rate in Botswana? The prevalence rate in Botswana is 18 to 20% of their adult population. So where do you come with this facts to give the Committee of Parliament that when you pass LGBTQ rights, it has a reverse impact? That is not correct. And Mr. Chair, it's important that we state this. And if we check Saudi Arabia, where this is punishable by death, the prevalence of HIV in Saudi Arabia is 0.1%. 0.1%. So in a country that punishes it by death, the prevalence of HIV is 0.1%. In a country that embraces LGBTQ rights, it is 18 to 20%. Let us state the facts. Let's state the facts. And Uganda has passed recently. What is Uganda's rate? We can check. Uganda's rate has dropped to 5.1%.
It was from where?
Because of the life sentence that they've introduced. You understand me? So, Chairman, let nobody, whether national or international organization, based on their ideology, throw dust into the eyes of lawmakers. The facts are the facts. We can all see the facts. And like I said, the UNAIDS has a well-established position, and nobody can begrudge them that. But we must be minded that not just the UNAIDS, many of the UN organizations, including UNESCO and UNICEF, have taken a position to promote LGBTQ rights. And so we must listen to them when it comes to this subject matter from the lenses of pro-LGBTQ groups. And Mr. Chair, why would the UNAIDS set up by Kofi Annan? Did our Kofi Annan set up the Global Fund to promote LGBTQ? He set up the Global Fund. So you see, these semantics and playing on our emotions, oh, our Kofi Annan, everybody loves Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan did not set up the Global Fund to promote LGBTQ rights. He set it up to fight things like tuberculosis, like malaria, make access to vaccines on the African continent available for all of us.
HIV vaccines included.
HIV antiretrovirals, prevention, not promotion. And so today they should not paint it as though, and I will ask a question. If the Global Fund has no agenda, and the Global Fund wants to support us with vaccines for childhood diseases, why would they tie that before we accept that, then we must accept support for groups of men having sex with men? Is that their priority? That is not our national priority. That is not our national priority. So you cannot tie, and that is why they bring things like SRHR, sexual and reproductive health rights. And then the next thing you see is all of those SRHR business in health manuals, in the Ghana Health Service, are being tied to LGBTQ promotion. Mr. Chairman, this law and our nation must take the position to make that clear distinction. And on the issue of body corporates that Fifi raised, let me just read the interpretation.
Now, guys, as you have heard the Honorable Claire, what do you think? Do you think this bill should be passed into law, or this thing regards human rights? Or if Ghana pass this thing into law, Ghana is going to suffer because they are going to withdraw some of the sponsorship and a whole lot of things? Because remember, our president was rejected at some point when they called him for a Nobel Prize, whatever. They rejected him because his stance on these things does not cooperate or does not tally with their stance or their belief on LGBTQ. Are you getting me? So do you think, you see, because it happens to Museveni or whatever, it happens to Uganda, when they pass this bill into law, the US withdraw their sponsorship and a whole lot of things. Yes, the US aid was withdraw from that state. You see, so some of the things come into factor, some of things come together to make this. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to hurt Ghana in some way? Ghana is going to lose some amount of money when this thing is being passed? or do you think it should be passed no matter the cost? Whatever it is, just let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching this channel. Please subscribe to this channel so that anytime I drop video, you'll be the first to witness. And turn on your notification bell. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Peace.